Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey and that is the brand new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe. I am at the Chicago Auto Show, and in this video I'm going to give you a tour of this one, which is the new hybrid model. Stay tuned. Yes, gearheads, I am at the 2024 Chicago Auto Show, where Hyundai has brought a couple versions of their new Hyundai Santa Fe. Yes, this is a Santa Fe. Do you remember what they used to look like? They were round, they were nonconformist, they just kind of blended in. No longer with this one. This is a very boxy, very rugged, very tough looking three-row crossover from the brand. And while we're up front here, let's talk about what powers it. I didn't mention this is the hybrid model, but there are two engine choices available. The base engine is a 2.5 liter turbo four-cylinder, making 277 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque. But this being the hybrid, we get a smaller engine, a 1.6 liter turbo four-cylinder mated to a hybrid electric powertrain, making 231 combined horsepower and 271 combined pound-feet of torque. I will get to drive these very soon and within a month, and I will be able to report back on exactly how these perform. I really do like that hybrid powertrain in other vehicles that I've sampled it in, but it has been something a little more small and sized like that Tucson over there. So I am very curious about those sub 200 horsepower and 200 pound-feet of torque numbers. Is it going to be enough to motivate this thing forward? But I do like that we are getting more hybrids on the market instead of focusing fully on EVs. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you want to see more hybrids, or do you want to see more EVs? Hyundai does them really well. We've got an Ioniq 5 back there that we really like. But closing the hood on this one, you can see Hyundai, I do believe, is trying to cash in on some of the rugged off-road styling and sales success that their sister company in the Kia Telluride has seen. That vehicle right back behind it, that right there, that is their version of the Telluride. That is the Hyundai Palisade. It is very similar in dimensions to the Santa Fe now, because both are standard three-row vehicles, but this one I do believe is going to garner more attention thanks to its really rough and tumble, very boxy looks. This looks like a baby Land Rover Defender. You can see as we sweep across the front here, we get LED running lights all the way across, and we have these H patterns for Hyundai on both of the sides. It is a very distinct look. You're not going to mistake this for anything else in your rearview mirror. It does kind of give off EV vibes because of the LED light bar that runs all the way across, but very much not an EV. We do have these active grille shutters that again help with fuel economy on this vehicle, and we have some passive airflow that does go around the front of the vehicle, because when you're driving a big box, you do have to think somewhat about aerodynamics. And Hyundai has done that here. As we come around to the side, again, you can just take in how big and boxy this vehicle is. Again, the last model was very round and curvaceous. It was very kind of nondescript in the world of midsize crossovers. This thing absolutely stands out. I like all the black lower cladding on this one. Really gives it kind of a rugged look. We've got these black wheels wrapped in Kumo tires. Let's see if I can find the measurements on these. 255, 45 are 20s, but they are those Kumo tires. As we pan across the entire vehicle, you can see that they've just leaned in to that boxy style, boxy dynamic of this vehicle, and it is a very cohesive look all the way across. One really cool thing that they've worked into this vehicle is a way to store stuff up on the top. We do have these roof racks up here. You're going to be putting stuff up there. Well, how do you get up there? We've got a tire here. We've got this built-in handle right here. So you just push in, grab the handle, put your foot on the tire, and then you can climb up. Now you can load stuff onto the roof rack if you need to. You can do whatever you need to do up here to secure your luggage. I like that. That is a very nice touch for a brand notorious with not being overly off-road focused. I did an interview with a couple friends, Jill Simonello and Kristen Shaw, who have done the Rebel off-road rally. 2 years in a row now partnering with Hyundai. They said Hyundai as a parent company just aren't really off-road focused. So to think of small touches like that, I know that's not really off-road, but that is a nice touch for the overlanding crowd. It's a nice touch for families, just being able to access that roof rack. As we come around to the back, my biggest criticism with this vehicle is the tail light placement. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. It just feels like they are too low. I believe the tail lights should be where Santa Fe is. Santa Fe should probably be where the Hyundai logo is. I don't know, it just looks a little bit off back here, and you start to see that around on the side just a little bit. It kind of gives it a soggy butt look, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are these taillights too low for you? Does it work? I'll show you why here in just a second, why they are so low. There are practical purposes to it. If you know anything about US regulations though, you will know that lights, emergency lights, brake lights, turn signals, all that stuff cannot be on a movable panel, and these are very much on a movable panel. So your brake lights, tail lights, and everything are actually right down here. And we kind of get a dual function look there. But again, those are very low taillights on this rear hatch. It is a power opening hatch that gives you multiple different ways to get into it. You can see now that the panel starts moving, those lights turn off and it goes down to the lights down in the bumper. Again, US regulations. That is why that is like that. Another reason why those lights are so low on the hatch is because of how long these struts are to support the hatch. They really wanted a very wide opening, and they wanted a very tall, boxy opening to maximize cargo space and ease of load in. So you can see this is actually a really decent height here for load in at the back of the Santa Fe. It is really nice. We do have some additional storage underneath, not too much because we've got this big panel right here, but you can see we've got enough maybe to store a backpack or something underneath that false load floor. I did mention this is a standard 3-row vehicle now. It is a 50-50 split, 2-row bench that does fold down nice and quickly, very easy to do, and it gives you even more space back here. I like the non-power folding seats, just how quick they can go down. You can also fold the 2nd-row seats down from back here and really get a lot of room. We do have some amenities back here I'll go ahead and talk about while the lighting's a little bit better with this rear hatch, but we've got a USB-C port and an AC vent with a couple cup holders. Same over here, USB-C port, AC vent, and some additional power household style outlet, 115 volt, 150 watt, and then your fan speed control for the rear AC, which is a very nice touch, not completely ignoring the rear seat passengers right here. This is your strap to also recline it if you are an occupant here in the 3rd row, but you can see just how quickly these seats pop back into place. I'm just going to put them a little more upright because I'm going to be in there in just a moment. The hatch does open nice and wide. I'm 5'10". You can see I've got plenty of room underneath it. Those H patterns from the lights are actually repeated up underneath the hatch here, and same with that light bar. So very reminiscent of the lighting up front, even back here on the hatch. It is a power hatch again. I showed you the button to close it is right there. Gives you a few beeps to let you know it's coming down, and watch the lights. As soon as it gets into place, they move up. And again, yes, those H patterns are demonstrated there. This is a pre-production model, so some things might change as we get inside this one, but general principles do apply here. Design, options, things like that, maybe fit and finish will change just a little bit, but we'll start on the door. 2-person memory seat, like that a lot. All your mirror and window controls right here. Big grab handle right here on the door, a little bit of storage down here. I like the mixed use of materials. I like that it's not all gloss black. I do like this is a little padded right here, so if you want to rest your arm, you could. Coming down here, very positional front seats with 4-way lumbar with an extending thigh support here. Oh, we're going into relax mode. I hit the button. Is it going to go the whole way? No, but it will lift up, recline back, put that thigh rest out for you, and make it a very comfortable seat for you. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to show you. So you can rest and relax in this one if that is on the agenda for you. Let's see if I can put it back so I can climb back into it. And you'll see some of the other differences of this vehicle as we climb inside. Unlike many Hyundai gas-powered models, we don't get the Hyundai logo here on the steering wheel. We get the Morse code for H on the steering wheel. So again, you're still getting an H, but it is a very different look. They've been doing this on the Ioniq models that trickled into the Kona. Now we get it here in the Defender. I mean, the Santa Fe. This is a very Land Rover style steering wheel as well. You can definitely see they targeted that crowd, that market. I do believe there's going to be some cross shopping here. All your typical controls on the steering wheel, but the design of it, very unique, very interesting. We get twin 12.3-inch screens here with the new infotainment system. It is quick, it is snappy. It's just that new redesigned look that we first saw in the 2024 Kona. And we get dual zone climate controls, a lot of gloss black up here, but I do like how we have dedicated areas for HVAC controls, for media controls. And like I said, this is all touch capacitive or just touch interface right here. We do get some wireless charging up front here with NFC, dual chargers here. It looks like somebody has stolen the pad off of this one, but normally you get two pads here. Really like that you get two of them. You also get some USB-C ports up here. So lots of cool stuff going up here. UV light to clean your phone. That is a unique touch. You don't see many other things. Glove box up here. It is rubber lined, but it is very thin. And then you get a little shelf here. It too is rubber lined. It's a little bit bigger, I think. And then you get a damped glove box right here. So 3 levels of storage on the passenger side to go with all the storage in the door. Very comfortable seats. You can see they are chauffeur friendly, so you can move this seat from the front, from the back, wherever the case may be. Power second row seats, we'll get into that here in just a moment. A couple cup holders side by side, a very large center console, and we've got a very large opening down here. You can put a purse or a bag, whatever the case may be. There is a cigarette style power outlet, cigarette charger lighter style outlet down here, 12 volt, 180 watts capacity right there. But a little bit of good storage down here. It is a little bit rubberized, so you've got that to go with. All that is made possible because I did move the gear selector to the steering column. It is very much ripped out of the new Kona, very similar to that right there. You may have noticed when we were up on the roof, looking at the roof, we've got dual panes of glass up here, just a standard size sunroof with a manually moving shade for the front seats, but we have a power opening glass or sunshade over the glass back here in the back, much like the Kia Telluride. Again, I really do think they're going after Kia Telluride shoppers. There is a lot of brand rivalry, sibling rivalry between Kia and Hyundai, and I think this vehicle shows it more than any other. As we open up the back door, you can see we've got some very nice amenities like built-in sunshades that do a great job of covering the entire window. We do have heated back seats here, but not heated and ventilated. Couple cup holders in the door, which is a nice touch. These are power seats here in the second row, and you can see we can lock out the forward and backward movement, but we'll talk about climbing in the third row here in just a second. Remember that button. Climbing into this one, it's a very good seating position. I feel like maybe it's a little lower than I expected just sliding over. I kind of expected a little more stadium style seating, but that does afford me a little more headroom back here, again, with this glass pane. I don't see any controls back here for opening up this roof. I do know that they have them up front, so you're going to have to be talking to the driver. Another interesting design element back here is the fact that I can get into the center console from the back. There's this little latch here that allows me to get into the center console. It is really nice. It makes this lid kind of big and bulky, but it does give me access back there. Again, we get a repeat of that H pattern from the front of the vehicle with the light bar going across. A couple places to maybe hang some bags, or if you have a USB-C port or cord plugged in here, you can wind it up and hang it there if you want. Hard plastic mat pockets on the backs of both seats. And very comfortable seats here with armrests. I've got no complaints. These do, like I said, move and recline on power. You can lift up the seat bottom, and it's almost as comfortable as many front seat power seats. So there's a lot going on here. Also, AC vent here on the B pillar. Nothing up above me here in the second row. It is only here on the B pillar. I did want to call that out because we typically talk about that in family vehicles, but I've got this button right here that slides the seat forward, but then because it is a power seat, it power folds the seat back forward. It is a very interesting combination of things going on here. And it does give you a slightly compromised entry into the back of the vehicle. To move this back, you have to hit that button because, again, this is a power moving mechanism, and it also doesn't allow for keeping a child seat in place and using that button to get in the back seat. You're going to be going through that middle pass through if you've got a couple car seats in. So just a little bit of a miss for me. We're going to do our best to climb in here. You can see there's no real step or anything to climb in like some other brands, but I can get back here very nicely. Both of these second seats do have child seat lower anchors and a top tether right here, and so do these back seats. So lower tether points back here and a top tether point on the back. But climbing in, sitting here, my knees are up pretty high. The seat is pretty low. The floor feels pretty high. So I'll kind of give you a view of exactly what it looks like back here. It's not terrible. It's not the worst. I could ride back here. There's plenty of room for my feet underneath the tracks here. But let's see if I pull that back, push the button, what happens now? We do also get a bag hook back here. Okay, that's not bad. Other than the seat being a little too low on the floor, I would say that is my only real complaint back here. We still get some lighting back here, which is nice, and I already showed you some of the amenities over here. Still get a very nice window, so you're not claustrophobic back here, even though this is a very dark interior all the way around. And then I showed you the strap over the shoulder that does recline, so it is very comfortable and gives you a nice view out that big glass pane of glass there in front of me over the second row of seats. All around a very comfortable vehicle. Again, I will be driving these very soon, so if you want to see those videos when they drop, absolutely hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell so you are notified when those videos drop and when all the other new ones drop as well. You can follow us on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter. X is Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, everything at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for me, in the third row of seats of the new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe, this is the Calligraphy, this is the hybrid. Until next time, gearheads.